welcome to Norwood Digest, NCM TV's news magazine show. We've got a really packed show today, so we're going to get right to it. And our first guest is Alisa Primavera, and she has a company called In Shape Incentive. So, Alisa, welcome to Norwood Digest.
Thank you. Thank you
And
very much.
tell us a little bit about what is In Shape Incentive.
In Shape Incentive is a health and wellness company.
And what kind of things do you do?
So we offer services such as all-around fitness, yoga, personal training, nutrition, and martial arts.
So how'd you get into that?
The reason I started my company, In Shape Incentive, is because years ago I was overweight, and
So there's hope for me then. Sorry, go ahead.
well, I was an overweight person, and someone said something really mean to me at that time. So what I did was I sort of retaliated by losing the weight.
It was like, I'll show them.
Yes, and I'll show them type of thing. And then I just got really into it, and I loved what it did for me and the way it made me feel, and I just kept going with it.
And so, like years ago, pre-COVID, you had a brick and mortar place that you,
Right.
and COVID kind of messed that up for you, so you pivoted.
I pivoted.
And
yes.
now what do we do?
So now In Shape Incentive is mainly a mobile company. So the services are offered on the road, personal training, would be door to door, or at the gym, or on Zoom. I teach classes at the Norwood Civic Center, as well as a couple of other towns, as well as in a couple of other towns.
So what kind of course would you teach at Norwood Civic Center?
Right now I'm teaching yoga.
Okay. And who goes to that?
Well, it's at 10 o'clock on Monday mornings.
So not a lot of people that work for a living.
Most of the people are retired. We have a few stay-at-home moms, or maybe not so much stay-at-home moms, but moms that are available at that time.
And so is it mostly women who do yoga, or?
Well, we have at least one male in the class.
And so
who's a regular.
And so yoga it's a when I've done yoga before, my favorite part of the yoga, and I don't know what you call it, but at the end when you kind of chill out. Yeah, what is it called?
Shavasana.
Yeah, and so just give me like a lot of stretching yoga, but
Right.
and one more time, what do you call the end there?
It's called Shavasana.
And what is that?
That's your resting pose, almost like your reward for doing the class, a time for you to, in a sense, go into, if you like to do your kind of quiet meditation or just mindful breathing.
Yeah, and I always thought that was like, and I'm glad you said it's a reward, because I didn't think about it that way, but it makes sense that it is kind of a reward for making it through, because if you, I might go just so people can watch it. It's a comedy watching me do yoga, but I'm getting better. But
Nice.
You feel great after you do it, because you feel so much more limber, I guess is the right word.
Right.
And like, what should people take out of a yoga class?
I always say when you finish a yoga class, you should feel like you got an oil change.
That's good. Yeah, I get that. So if I was interested in your services other than at the Civic Center, what would I do? How would I get in touch with you?
You can contact me at through my website, inshapeincentive.com.
And if you were going to come, and what would I need? And let's ask this question first. What would I need to have at my home for you to, it be useful for you to come?
Well, if you were taking personal training lessons, it would help to have some dumbbells or bands, anything that you like to work out with. But you can, if you had nothing, all you would need is literally just a yoga mat.
Okay.
And you could use your body weight as well.
And would you do a group lesson?
Sure.
Okay. But obviously you need room there.
You need room, but not much room.
Yeah.
You can do an entire personal training session with nothing but a yoga mat, staying entirely on the yoga mat.
Okay. So
and get a really good workout.
very good. So tell me about you now. Where you're from?
I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts,
Which part?
Dorchester.
Okay, I'm a Roswell American
Oh,
myself.
yeah, so you're pretty close.
And is that where you still live?
No, I moved to Needham
Okay.
as a adolescent, and then from there I moved to a couple of towns and just ended up in Norwood.
Okay, so you're here now. I didn't realize that. Well, we always like to have our own, help out our own people in their businesses. So, first of all, you're in great shape.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
obviously, you practice what you preach.
Thanks.
And so, let's give the folks one more time how they get in touch with you.
InShapeIncentive.com.
And just as a reminder, because it might be a good idea to check out the Civic Center yoga. Then you'll get to know Alisa a little better, and maybe you'll, take some more steps. But so what days are the classes at the Civic?
Our yoga classes are Monday mornings at 10 a.m.
Okay, so check out Alisa and yoga at the Civic Center, and you can go on their website to figure out how you do that, because I have no idea. Thanks for being with us. Is there anything you wanted to add that I didn't ask you?
Yes, one
Sure.
thing. If the website is too difficult, because it does get a little wonky when trying to sign up through the website, there are a lot of steps, you can always come in and stop right in at the front desk, and they can sign up for either a single class or a group of classes right there. at
Okay,
the
good.
center.
Thank you. That's helpful. All right. Well, thanks again for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
And now, if you're wondering what's the latest up at the Coakley Middle School construction, stay tuned. Well, we are here for our first of the new year in 2024 updates on the Coakley Middle School construction. It's January 4th as we shoot this, and I'm with Bethany King from WT Rich. And what's been going on since the last time we were here?
So since last time we had our topping off ceremony that you guys were here to film as well. So steel is finishing up now with what they call detailing, but they're pretty much done now with zone A. We've also poured a couple of floor slabs, so that when the concrete actually goes on the steel decking that's there. And then you can also see there's some wood blocking around the perimeter. So we have some carpenters here starting to do all that work. We got the MEP trades laying out. We got a lot of people here these days.
So there's a lot going on both up and down.
Yep, up exactly everywhere in each zone as well.
So it's kind of a funny thing, because when you start a project, you start from the ground and you move up.
Yep.
But once we put the roof on, it's going to be the opposite?
Yeah, so we go ground up, and then we typically pour the slabs down. It varies project to project, but in general, you want to get that roof on so your building becomes tight and you're not letting water in the building. So once your roof is on, you can start working down. So the project plan here is mainly to work from C to B to A, which is east to west, and then four down.
And just remind us, which one is C to B to A? Tell me which one is which.
C is the one closest to where we're standing here, which includes your gym, and then A is on the opposite side of the building, and it's basically split into thirds.
And where's the auditorium?
The auditorium's in A.
Okay.
It's on the edge of A.
All right, very good. You said something about the steel detailing. What does that mean?
Basically, when they put the steel up, they just put the steel pieces up, but then they have to come in and finish all the welding, and so the steel can be up and erected, but then they have the ironworkers come back and what's called detailing, which is really finishing all of the connection points. And when they do that, they also put on the decking, and then once they're done, they turn the whole area over to us. So for while they're still doing that work, it's under the ironworkers' control, and then when they turn it over to us, we put some railings up, and then we can have access to the deck.
Okay, and what again is you say the carpenters are up there doing the wood for the edges of what is that? What's that going to be when it's done?
So when you can see right now the edge of the area that's not wrapped, if the camera can show this later, is the edge of the gym. You can see the wood on the top. Eventually that gets wrapped with some waterproofing and then some metal panel, which is a thin piece of metal, and that becomes kind of an edge detail around the top of your building. And then you have various metal panels and fiber cement and windows and brick and the whole thing that makes your whole enclosure.
So a lot's been done, but a whole bunch still has to be coming.
Oh, we still got a lot to do for sure, and a lot of different trades coming. These days we have about 50 people on site, but it's going to do nothing but ramp up from here.
All right, I know you have to run to a meeting, so we'll be back with Luke Apone from Vertex. Thank you. I almost wanted to say the old company name. From Vertex, and thanks for being with us, and we'll be right back with Luke. As promised, we're with Luke Apone from Vertex, and he's going to tell us what we can look forward to in the next month or so.
Sure. So as Bethany mentioned, we've started to pour the concrete slabs in Area C. We have the roof slab and the ground floor slab left to do in that area of the building. We're targeting completing those by the end of January, and then we'll head into Area B and eventually Area A. As concrete continues through B and A, the miscellaneous metal subcontractor is scheduled to mobilize to the site and begins installing the staircases. He's going to install staircase number 2 to begin with. That's the stair over by the auditorium, which will go all the way up to the roof. And the mason is also scheduled to mobilize to the site in the next few weeks to begin to build the elevator shafts out of the CMU block. And then the fireproofer is the next trade in, which will start to spray on the spray fireproofing on the steel beams and columns starting in Area C as well.
And what's the wrap that's around?
So this plastic tarp wrap we have here is just to keep heat in the building. We have some temporary heat sources to allow the steel to warm up to receive the concrete as well as the fireproofing material. Based on those products, they have to be installed at certain temperatures.
Now, in the old days, you probably wouldn't be pouring cement in this heat,
Yeah.
but it's a different formula of the cement, right?
It is, yeah. In the old days, you'd work your schedule around it to avoid it, and now with these projects, the schedule is so tight and so aggressive, we've come up with other ways to get heat in and keep this project going during the winter.
Sounds good. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
All right, well, thanks once again.
Thanks, Jack. Happy New Year.
And thank you, same to you. And we'll be right back with more Digest.
Hi, my name is Connor Brosnan. I'm the Program Director for Impact Norwood. These PSAs are brought to us by SAMHSA. And if you ever need anything in terms of substance use prevention or mental health awareness, please reach out. Our website is www.impactnorwood.org.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you.
Welcome back. As you can see, I'm joined by my old friend Marcy. Not that she's old, it's just that we're old friends. And she's from the juice bar. Wait a minute. It's not the juice bar anymore.
No, we changed the name.
Tell us about that.
So we are franchising now. Yes, big step. And we had to change the name, so we chose Maha.
And the significance of Maha is?
Infinite beauty, infinite greatness. Yes, it's a funny story. It's a little long of a story.
That's
but
okay, we have time.
Okay, all right. Well, to become a franchise, I had to trademark the name. And the juice bar is a type of business, like I can't trademark it,
right.
The juice bar. So I had to come up with a name. And one day sitting on my desk, I'm like, oh God, please help me, I need a name. And my nickname in Brazil used to be Ma, M-A-H. And being here in Boston, I was like, my juice bar, like my juice bar, right? So I texted my husband and I go, what do you think of my juice bar? He goes, put an A at the end, it makes it a little more stronger. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, Maha, Maha, Maha. I kind of like it. In the meantime, he researched what it meant, and it meant infinite beauty, infinite greatness.
So that's perfect.
Yes, it
And it does sound better, he's right.
Yeah, I like
and
it
it
too.
sounds more exotic, if you will.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds a little Hawaii.
Yeah.
But it's actually not even close to a Hawaiian name, but it's okay.
All right, so do you want to talk more about the franchise? What has, like, let's say I wanted to get in the juice bar business.
Okay.
What would I do?
Well, first you would go to our website, mahajuice.com. You fill out a little application, and then we'll email you, and we'll set up a day to talk, and we'll get to know you, and we'll introduce everything about the franchise, how it works, all the numbers and everything that you will get, and we'll start from there.
All right, so that's great. But so right now, as you can see, we have all this stuff here, all this beautiful food, beautiful fruit, and other things. And so, I'm retired now. So this could be my interview to come work for you.
Yes,
by
I love
making
that.
one of that.
Awesome.
So let's.
Gloves on.
Yeah.
But I will give you a little rundown on what we have here.
Yeah, do that first.
Today we're going to be making a bowl with Jack. And these are some of our bases. I'm missing a couple here just because it was too much to bring. But we have our most popular one, which is the acai. Acai is a berry that comes from Brazil. It's a super fruit. It grows on tall palm trees, and it's a hard berry, so you have to grind it to get the pulp out. Once we get the 100% organic, no sugar added, nothing on it, we blend it to make it into a thick smoothie.
Okay.
This is blended every day, 4 a.m. Somebody comes into the store just to make this fresh for the day. And it's never reused. It's never left from one day to the other. It's always fresh on the day.
Okay.
We also have, for our most picky eaters, we have our strawberry bowl, which contains strawberry, banana, and milk. No sugar added, nothing but those 3 ingredients. And then we have another very popular one, which is the pitaya, also dragon fruit, which is a fruit from a cactus, which is very rich in magnesium, iron. It's also a superfruit, and it's great for people with magnesium deficiency. It also has a lot of fiber. This one is one of our very popular bowls, base, which is the mango pineapple, which is just mango pineapple and orange juice. So it has that little tanginess, just like tropics. It's delicious. All right, so.
And then we have the fruits itself. I can tell this is that's not mango. That's pineapple.
That's pineapple.
That's a blackberry, blueberry,
Blueberries.
watermelon.
Nope, that's strawberries.
I know that too. That's the sad part. We have strawberries all over the place. Coconut, mango,
Granola.
And then what are these 4 things?
So these are our super food toppings. So we have the semi-sweet chocolate chips. We have the hemp seeds, the almonds, and the chia seeds that we sprinkle at the end. And then we also have the peanut butter. And for the chocolate lovers, we also have the Nutella to put it on top.
So that chia, it's not like the chia pet stuff. I'm not going to grow a plant inside me.
No,
okay,
no.
Good.
So chia is really good for you. It has a lot of omega-3, 6, and 9. So it's really good for the heart. So whenever you can, incorporate chia into your diet.
I have heart issues, so I will do that.
Yes, chia is always good to have. And it's also a very good fiber. So anytime is good to have fiber, right?
True
and
that.
then we have the coconut, and then we have the granola, which most people love that on their bowls. So I will help you make one, all right?
Okay.
So I'll teach you just a little bit. So we usually start at the store. We have a little paper where people choose their toppings. So none of our bowls is preset. It's always custom to the customer.
It's nice knife work.
Yes, you get abilities after a while. So I'll start with this. So usually people will have some granola, and we try to make it as pretty as possible. But again, it's so much. Let's say this is going to be Ron's bowl. He likes his acai bowl, and we'll have some granola for him, some coconut. And then you can play with whatever you like. So we put the bananas, and then we'll add some strawberries.
I hope you guys are getting a close-up of this, because it's a thing of beauty here right now.
It's definitely, your creativity kicks on. And then we'll put some blueberries right here. Okay. How about some peanut butter?
Is that good for you, Ron?
If it comes out. And then
So it's
just
like a
that-
drizzle of that.
It's a drizzle, yes. So our peanut butter is whipped to a consistency where it becomes like that. And then we can always just sprinkle everything on top to make it even more pretty. Just with a little bit of everything. It's kind of like a red, white, and blue bowl,
Perfect for the 4th of July.
right? So that's pretty much it.
That's it. Hold that up so they can get a beautiful look at that. So, and it's that's the thing of beauty. Now we'll do a comparison afterwards when you see the one I make, and I can guarantee you it will not look as good as that.
All right, why don't you try?
All right. So, is this also
Acai,
It
yes.
is okay.
You wanna-
Acai,
Yep.
which I didn't know how to pronounce till you showed me actually. All right. So we've got that, and then
You can add whatever you like. I'll switch places with you.
you're way better at this than me.
Well, just peel it.
Yeah, I'm gonna peel it like I would peel it. There you go.
Yep, perfect.
And I did it without cutting my fingers off, which is a good thing.
Yes. Oh, you look at that. You're lefty.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're the only people on the right side of our brains. All right, so let's see. What did you do first? You did the granola.
But you can build however you want.
All right, but and
So
then
the granola gives a little crunch to
right.
it.
I love crunch. Like
Good.
if I don't have crunch, I have. I'm going to save that for later
Okay.
because the coconut probably looks better on top.
Ooh, I didn't think of that. You have good ideas.
Well, even a stop clock is right twice a day, right? Blueberries are one of my favorites.
You could be more generous than that, no? More
Well, I
fruit?
might get a whole bunch of things.
Okay.
All right, let's get my coconut. And I'm going to go to the chocolate side.
Awesome.
Oh, do I want to put these things on first?
Put the drizzle first so
Okay.
it looks pretty. It takes a little bit because it's thick. There we go. Nice.
I'm going to go a little circle. Just to be different.
Just to be different, of course.
Whoops. And I'm going to do a little chocolate because I'm a chocoholic.
Chocolate is good.
And I am going to see my cardiologist tomorrow, believe it or not.
So
And is that it?
it's whatever you want.
What do you think?
I love it.
Let's see. Hold yours up. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. It
I
doesn't
am
look as
proud
good
of
as,
you.
as yours, but it's not bad for an old guy.
No, I think I'll hire you.
All right, I got a job.
Yes.
All right, well, now we have to enjoy these.
Yes. I already had some today.
All right, well, maybe we'll let.
How about
How about if we get Ron up here to do this one since we made it for him?
for him? Yes. Come over here, Ron.
You can unwrap your own.
Thank you. You did the hard work. I'll open
So how do you
Okay.
just try to get, like, usually when you eat, a chef's creation, they want you to get a whole, like a lot of it. What am I trying to say? Like a little bit of, yeah.
Everything at once.
But
So
I don't think you can do that
you know, well, yeah.
because I'll be
a
wearing
little
it.
bit, yeah. You will be wearing it, but we like to put everything like in rows,
Mm-hmm.
so you can eat little by little and get a spoonful of everything as you are eating.
Deliciosa.
Oh,
delicious
nice.
as always.
Good.
And bonita. Yep.
Muy bonita.
This is so good.
It's awesome.
I'm so glad you liked it.
So if I went down to your shop, what would something like this cost me?
$12 plus tax.
So this would be your lunch.
It is a meal.
Yeah.
It's definitely filling. There's a serving of everything in there, so you don't need much more than this.
Damn it! Oops, I shouldn't say that, but it is good.
cut.
No, I think I can get away with that one. It is cable. All right, well,
The food's just so good, it's not, you can't help it.
No, it's always fresh. So everything comes daily for us. We order little amounts, so there's never leftover fruit. So you'll never get soggy fruit or frozen fruit on top of your bowls. And everything is cut and prepared daily. So before we start, we have a group of people who come in just to cut your strawberries, all the pineapple that's in tiny little pieces. There's somebody who does all that.
how many people do you employ?
Right now I have 8 full-timers, yes.
Wow. And, you know, they didn't fly in from New York every day. There's local people, so.
Yes,
you
these
know,
are all local people with families who's been with me for, I have a few of them that been with me for a long time now. So it's a small business that reaches out on a bigger side, on a bigger scale, yes.
And that's why I always tell people you got to shop local, because when you do, you help people in your community.
Yes.
You know, and you know, Marcy and people like Marcy that own the local shops, they're the people we ask for help all the time when we're doing fundraisers. So
Yeah.
we have to remember, if we don't support them, they won't be there for us, even if you're looking at it in a selfish way. But you know, we met a young lady earlier before we started taping who's a high school student that works at your shop. And so, you know, a lot of people in Norwood benefit, not just Marcy and not just the people that eat it.
Yes,
You know.
so we have mothers, we have students, we have single parents that work with us. So it's a very broad scale when you stop and think about it. And you're right, we are the little shops that the locals do come and say, hey, can you support our cheerleading program? Can you support our football program? Oh, we're having a get together for the students. Can you donate? Or, you know, can you something? And we're always trying our best to help everybody. Of course, being small, it's not like we can help all of the entities, but we try our best to help the most we can.
Now, you do a great job with that,
Thank
and we
you.
appreciate it. In case people don't know where this is, why don't we tell them?
Yes, so we are at 20 Broadway on the little plaza here in Norwood. And we, like I said, we're franchising now. So there will be more juice bars coming to your community very soon.
It's where Spot used to be before they moved. So
Yes.
you're diagonally across the, parking lot from where they are now.
Yes, so there is the big parking lot across the street. There is a small parking lot in our lot, but we're surrounded of small businesses. So we have another restaurant next door, Crushed Peppers. We have a salon. We have the dance studio. We have the taekwondo. So it's one helping the other. So I think it's definitely a hand on hand. Is
Yeah.
that how you'd say?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. We won't keep you.
No, I'm gonna go enjoy this bowl.
Please do.
Thanks, Ronnie. All right, I guess that's it from us. Thank you so much. Obrigado.
De nada.
And I appreciate, you know, I really have appreciated getting to know you, I must say. And this has been a lot of fun.
This is fun.
Yeah.
I hoped you liked it, and I hope to see you at the store now, having some bowls.
I know, I've
now
only
that
had
you're
smoothies from
retired.
there, and so now
The
I think I'm
bowls.
going to be addicted to bowls now. So, all right, well, that'll wrap it up from here. We'll be back with more Digest right after this.
It is a beautiful day at Restorative Massages and Wellness in Norwood. We're proud today to offer a new service that we offer, and also the skincare facial. We will have an open house on February 4th at 3 to 7 p.m. We ask everyone to come in to join us. There will be like refreshment, and also that a free giveaway served with the skincare, and also that there will be a mini facial. First come, first serve. We're asking you to look at our website, and we're looking forward to see you soon.
All right, we are here at Lewis's, and you know, the last time I was at Lewis's, I was cooking a Lewis burger at the grill. But today we're here to honor a long time employee, Freddie Kinsman, who's been behind the bar for 52 years at Lewis's, and today's his last shift. 53, I'm sorry. And so I specifically wore my BC shirt in honor of him because he's a BC grad, and we bonded over that for many years. So who do I have with me? I have Joe Tropa, who's the head chef. I have Colleen Padden, who since her father passed away, Dave Kelly, has been running the place for us. And of course, the man of the hour, Fred Kinsman. So why don't we just talk about, we'll start with you, Colleen. You know, Freddie was here before you guys even owned the place. So tell us about that, and I'll give you the mic.
So I have known you, Freddie, since 7 or 8 years old. So I've known Freddie for a very long time. Very good friends with my dad. So great to my dad.
Yeah, went for the Cotton Bowl with him in 84.
Correct.
We had a ball.
So he was here before my dad took ownership, and he's been here ever since. And he has been an amazing human. He keeps this place running tip-top. We're so lucky to have you.
I was very fortunate to Dave to keep me on when the Tingos brothers sold it to your father. I was very fortunate.
That's right.
It's been a great run, and it's time to hang the apron up.
It sure is. So we love him, and we are going to miss him terribly. I'm going to pass this to
Joe, go ahead.
Do you have any funny stories?
So I've known Freddie for the last 17-ish years. And it kind of amazes me every week when he comes in. You know, he's literally the first person in the building at 7 a.m., you know, when we don't open until 11. He's here 4 hours before his shift, you know, treats the place like his own, has done that for the last, 52, 53 years, like he said. It's gonna be tough not seeing him walk through those doors every Thursday morning, but, you know, Freddie has put a good run in. As you say, longer than most of us that work here have even been alive.
I don't think he needed to hear that.
Oh, no, he needs to hear that. He's a great man. You know, it takes a lot to be in the same place for that long, and not many people can do it, but, you know, Freddie definitely did.
So I was trying to think, Freddie, when you and I first met, and, you know, some of my friends are here, well, maybe we'll get a shot of them later. We used to come down here on Thursday nights after basketball. Yep. And it was Freddie, Chucky, and Donnie Donovan. And, you know, when we first came here, if you know Chucky, we weren't greeted with open arms, you know. But once Fred found out we were BC people, that opened the door for us, so we were in. But my fondest memory, Freddie, quite frankly, has nothing to do with, well, it has something to do with Lewis's in a way. But when we went to the kickoff classic down at the Meadowlands, we got a bus of people, and Freddie was in here the day before because your father was kind enough to let us buy the food from him at cost. And he was here a whole day early prepping everything. So we brought the grill on the bus, and we had it's one of our all-time favorite days that we have ever had. And, you know, a lot of it was because of you, Freddie.
Meadowlands we went. Yeah, we had a ball.
So, you know, what are you feeling right now besides being angry with me for doing this to you?
I'm pissed off, but that's all right. I just want to thank everybody over the years that I've, you know, served, and I hope they enjoyed my company here, and as I enjoyed their company. I first like to thank the Tingos brothers for way back in, I think, 71, 72, they hired me. And when Dave Kelly bought the place, fortunate enough he kept me on. And then also Colleen and Joe, they've been great people to me, great bosses, and I'm going to miss the place, but as I said, it's time to hang the apron up. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Truly, Freddie, you are a legend, and, you know, you made it so much fun. Yeah, you'll be hearing that in your sleep, right? Ordering a Lewis. But hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
I'll get up next Thursday morning and show up here at 7.
Well, if, you know, call me. We'll have coffee.
All right.
So I'm retired too. So, well, I appreciate you coming on. I know you're not a spotlight person like Tropa. But you know, thank you all, and thank you, Freddie, for all that you've done here. And that'll wrap it up. Thank you, and thank you, Kiki, for coming down on such short notice. So, thanks a lot, and we'll be back with more Digest. You know, it was so great to see Freddie that day, and we're going to miss him at Lewis's. One of the greatest guys ever. It's one of those people that you meet, and immediately you just know it's a quality guy. And Freddie, here's to you. That wraps up another edition of Norwood Digest. We thank all of our great guests for being with us. We thank the great crew here at NCM. But mostly, we thank you at home for allowing us into your living rooms. Good day and keep safe.